it's so wonderful to talk with you about Dexter Resurrection. And well, the way this show just made so many fans happy, including me. I mean, it's so wonderful to have this guy back. Can you tell me a little bit about how the series came together?
Yeah, I was actually working on a music video with a band I'm in, and Marco Siega, producing director on the show, was directing it, and I was reminiscing with him about how wonderful it was to get back together and do New Blood and work with the collaborative team, how unique it is to work on something that you love, that people love, with people, collaborators. Anyway, I just out of my mouth slipped, what if he didn't die? Is that crazy? And I Marco said, well, call Clyde Phillips, showrunner. I called him and asked whether or not he thought that was crazy or whether or not he thought it was something we would was an idea worth exploring. And we started to explore it. And the more that conversation went on, the more compelled I was with the notion that Dexter, if he didn't die, would have this new lease on life and a new a second chance and a chance to maybe finally put down so much of what's been burdening him for so long. And I think that that was a part of the real fun and life of this
Hmm?
new series is that he's I mean, obviously his past is his past and he doesn't deny it, but he's not lugging it around in the same way and is, maybe has a lightness and a sense of like, I shouldn't even be here. And he's maybe has he's an allegiance to the code that he'd fallen from and a, a a commitment to his son, but also like a capacity to take risks and do things differently. And um, it turned out to be even more fun and fresh than I had hoped it would be.
It's very fresh, and it includes these parts of the original series that made it so great. And I have to ask because one of the amazing, fantastic aspects of this new show was to see original characters that we didn't get to see in New Blood. And how was it like to play again against, I mean, James and Jimmy and David?
It was fantastic. I mean, doing that first episode and having scenes with Jimmy Smits and John Lithgow and Eric King, David Zayas, who stayed throughout, and James Remar. It just sort of rooted me in the rich sort of soil of Dexter, and to play scenes with actors with whom you have 20-year-old memories, is an amazing thing. You don't have to imagine it. It's all right there. You know, you have a real past that you can draw on and sit in. And yeah, I think a big part of why this season is effective is because of the presence of those people from the original.
And we have also Harrison. Jack Alcott is coming back from New Blood, and
Right.
well, his character just can't seem to stay out of trouble. Can you
Yeah, I know.
describe or say a little more about this complicated and a little, I would say, unusual father-son relationship?
Yeah. I mean, I loved that, Dexter, when he wakes up in the hospital soon after that, he gets wind that his son may be in New York and may have done what he's done. And he doesn't deliberate, he doesn't sort of equivocate, he just goes, he goes. And it reveals something fundamentally human about Dexter as a father. And yeah, watching those two characters sort of claw their way out of the wreckage of their relationship was, I think, a big part of the sort of emotional weight and resonance of this season. And Jack is a fantastic a fantastic actor, I'm glad that, you know, Dexter's surviving or coming back to life allowed Harrison to come back to life and move forward and move beyond that moment that maybe fans struggled to forgive him for. But the fact is, I think Dexter inspired his son to kill him as much as his son did it on his own. And I think, you know, it was really fun to, as is so often with the case with Dexter, it's fun to explore dynamics that are two seemingly oppositional things at once. Dexter is horrified at the notion that his son is like him and he's also completely enticed by it and loves the idea because he's, you know, a fundamentally isolated person, and the idea that his son is like him is while
Definitely.
horrifying, also incredibly appealing.
Yes, exactly. But talking about dynamics, there are some new interesting and strange dynamics that comes with the new characters. We have Peter Dinklage, we have Uma Thurman, we have Kristen Ritter, all fantastic characters, new characters. How do they add to the new series?
I mean, they're a fundamental part of what makes the season compelling. And only in a place like New York could a character like Peter Dinklage's conceivably exist. Um, but I think the Leon Prater character, among other things, is obviously nuts. He's crazy. Uh, but he has a sort of reverence for people like Dexter that Dexter has never encountered, and it's you know, there's this buffet of serial killers in front of him and potential victims, but also a buffet of people with whom he can connect and relate. And again, it's two things at once. Like I want to simultaneously do away with and embrace all these people.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we have quite a change of scenery because we're not in Miami anymore. We are in New York. And how does Dexter navigate this new city? Because he finds some new, I would say, real friends.
Yeah, I think Dexter has an undeniable darkness about him, but he also has attraction to some sort of flame of light. I think New York, I mean, it's visually amazing. There are storytelling opportunities it affords. It's a place where you can hide in plain sight. It's a place where you can disappear and emerge anew, redefine yourself, and those are all things that Dexter is up to. So it's a perfect environment for this new chapter.